Hello NBA fans and welcome back to another video here on the NBA The Week That Was. Today with me I have Suyash. He's been in a few videos. Suyash, you want to say hi?
Hi, thank you for having me again.
Of course, Suyash. So today we'll be starting a new series on this channel. It'll be some tier lists. So today we'll be ranking point guard in all these tiers that you can see: superstar, all-star, above average, average, below average, and no other option but to start this point guard. We'll be doing this for shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers, maybe even teams. We'll see how it goes if you guys enjoy the videos. So, Suyash, let's get right into it. Let's start with the first point guard on the list.
Let's go.
Avery Bradley. So he's on the Lakers. He's a great defensive player, in my opinion, a decent shooter. But I think that's all he can do.
I agree. I mean, if this was a couple of years ago, I would have put him in above average. I don't think he's there yet. There anymore. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking average to below average. I
would say average.
I think we can use them as a benchmark, right?
And
so
we can move.
Yeah, we can move them up and down in case it's too bottom heavy or top heavy. So yeah.
So this is quite a interesting one. Ben Simmons. I highly rate him, despite the fact that he can't shoot the basketball. I really feel he's really good.
Definitely, his playmaking, his ability to go in. I think he's an all-star.
I would say he's an all-star as well. If he was a shooter, I think he would be a top 5 player in the league, given how well he plays defense, rebounds, play makes.
I'm sure he's tired of hearing that, but it's the truth. He has to face it, right?
It's his fault. He really needs to develop that. One thing to keep in mind: we know LeBron is a point guard, and he isn't on this list. But if he would have his own tier above superstar. It's LeBron James. Just keep that. Let's Chris Paul, another debatable one. I would say, I mean, the way he played in the playoffs this year was just stellar. It was amazing. And honestly, the whole year, the way he carried the Thunder. I mean, he did get a lot of help from guys like Schroeder and Shai Alexander. But he really, really put them on his back. So I mean, I would put all three of them in at least the above average to all-star level. I think Shai would. So, I don't think Shai's on here.
Yeah, Shai's not on here, but because they're one per team.
Yeah, that's true. One per team.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really put. I would put Shai in like an above average level, as well as Dennis. All-star. I think Chris Paul is all-star. I think Chris Paul's an all-star too. Yeah, I don't think like if this was again 4 or 5 years ago when he was on.
Of course, that would be a superstar, right?
He's a top point guard in the league.
Of course. I think right now all-star is a good place to be with him. Damian Lillard, everyone knows how much I like this player, but he's a superstar for sure.
I mean, the way he scores the ball, he's just mesmerizing to watch. He's one of my favorite players. He has such a good work ethic. He's loyal. He's definitely one of my favorite players in the NBA. And just his ability to put a team on his back, as he's done countless times for Portland, he deserves to be a superstar.
For sure.
DAngelo Russell.
This one's an interesting one.
He was an all-star, but I remember it was for an injury reserve. And he played quite well for the Timberwolves once he got traded there from the Warriors for Andrew Wiggins. Him and Karl-Anthony Towns formed quite the pairing, and Minnesota was playing quite well before the hiatus. I mean,
I thought that was one of the better, most mutually beneficial trades of the season as well. Because the D'Lo and Warriors, I was like, I thought it wasn't good for him at all. So
no, it really wasn't.
I don't think I would put him in the same category as Ben Simmons or Chris Paul, though.
I would put him in above average.
Above average, because I think he's definitely better than Avery Bradley. He's young.
I think if DAngelo Russell was above average, Avery Bradley should go down to below average.
Maybe. I think we can take Avery Bradley to below average right now. Russell, maybe a couple of years ago he could be much higher.
Yeah, agreed. But DAngelo Russell, I mean, he really has time to develop. He's still quite young. He's only drafted in 2015. Darius Garland, I would say he's one of the worst point guards in the NBA. He was hyped up. He was hyped up coming into the NBA, but I mean, it wasn't the best pairing with him and Colin Sexton, two ball-dominant point guards. I'm actually surprised that this list didn't select Colin Sexton.
Didn't have Colin Sexton, right?
Yeah, but I guess they needed Darius Garland to have no other option to start because...
I mean, there is a category that is no other option to start, which, I mean, I guess they do have an option. They have Colin Sexton, I think they play both of them or something. But for this
list purposes, no other. I mean, he was historically inefficient. Couldn't play defense. He had flashes, but for a number 6 pick, you got to do more. Number 5 or number 6, I'm not too sure, but you definitely need to do more. De'Aaron Fox, another intriguing.
I think he definitely has potential. I think he's one of the players I'm looking at now. I think he's at the tier of DAngelo Russell.
I agree. I definitely feel he has higher chances of breaking into this all-star tier than DAngelo Russell does, given his... I think he has a better playmaker. He's a better playmaker, slightly worse of a scorer, but I think he's a better leader as well. And his defense, because he's so fast and the ability, his great hands. But I just feel
athleticism... His athleticism, and one thing I'm really looking forward to is this budding, just a team that they'll build around him. And I'm hoping that the Kings can do well. It's not historically it's not been like that historically, but
they really have.
You never know. They needed a refresh, a young star, and that could be De'Aaron.
They definitely have someone to build around in De'Aaron Fox, but the fact that they drafted Marvin Bagley over Luka Doncic is, I mean, that's one of the big questionable things they did.
I mean, I know another organization that could have gone Luka Doncic, but they got a good player.
We got an all-star starter.
We'll talk about that player in a bit. He's on there. Anyway.
DeJounte Murray, I felt really bad for him when he got his ACL injury. I mean, he's really good. He's a good player for the Spurs. I like, speaking about the Spurs, they have some decent young players that they really had played in the bubble. You know, I think they're understanding finally that their era of dominance
is coming to an end.
DeMarcus Aldridge, DeMar DeRozan, they're not gonna cut it. But DeJounte Murray, Lonnie Walker, Bryn Forbes, Derek White, these are some good players to build around. But DeJounte Murray, he's quite big for a point guard. He's around 6'7".
He is.
Yeah, he's very athletic. I think he's one of the best defensive point guards there is.
I agree.
I think if he improves his scoring, he definitely is gonna elevate to new levels. So would we say is average or above average right now?
I say right now we'll put him on average, but he definitely has the potential, and of course the injury held him back. And now a fan favorite.
Speaking of injuries holding someone
back.
Speaking
of injury, oh no. I mean, he's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the most tragic thing, because how much people love Derrick Rose.
And he was such a good, how talented was this guy?
If Russell Westbrook got an MVP, he would have been better. He would have been better than Russell Westbrook in his prime. That's coming from me.
I think
it would have been youngest MVP. He would have at least one more. Maybe would that team with Joakim Noah as the DPOY and stuff? That team could have done Boozer. After that injury, that franchise hasn't been as good. But I think it would have been another reign of dominance for the Bulls if Rose didn't get injured. I agree. Unfortunately, that happened. So but over the past few years, he's shown some flashes. He's obviously not as explosive or he doesn't have the bounce that he had, but definitely he has built some new skill sets. His playmaking, I think, has gotten better. His jump shot has gotten better. Yeah. I also think he was solid for the Pistons this year, averaging 19 points and 5 assists. For the Timberwolves, he had that 50-point game. Timberwolves that emotional game. I think he's average. I think he's average right now. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to put him up here, I know. You have to be real. Yeah. He's average. Elfrid Payton. I think this is another no option to start guy. Ooh. What do you think? I mean, I was gonna say maybe borderline below average, but sure. No, I mean, he only the only thing he does sometimes is get triple doubles, but I mean, he's inconsistent. He really is. So I think, that organization, the Knicks. I mean, what can we say about that? Right? We could talk about that in another video. For a whole video. But Eric Bledsoe, you're a Bucks fan. I personally
disliked this guy for a while now.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest.
I like Eric Bledsoe. I mean, from the Suns, right? He's like, his defensive mentality has been great, and he has the and he has the mindset that some of these point guards don't have. Like now, since the point guard is such an important position in basketball, with the rise of like Steph Curry's, Russell Westbrook's, Damian Lillard's, with teams running through a point guard, I think he's done very well to like step down, understand that he is like Giannis, Middleton on this team that are the scorers, and he's played his part. He's played his part as the glue guy, the defensive player, the knock down some shots. He doesn't even need to make much because Giannis and all. But I would say he's because we have De'Aaron Fox and DAngelo Russell there. I would say average. I'd say he's around Derrick Rose.
But his playoff failures are hard to ignore.
I mean, the
playoffs
weren't the best place for
back-to-back. He's been essential. He's been like a crucial reason why the Bucks lost, in my opinion. Because every team needs a third option these days, and the Bucks couldn't find it because it was meant to be Eric Bledsoe. And I really think it was a questionable decision to lock him up for 4 years while letting Malcolm Brogdon go.
Yeah, would you have wanted to keep Brogdon? I definitely want to keep Brogdon for sure.
Brogdon,
I think Brogdon's up there, so we'll talk him there.
Ja Morant, I love watching this.
I love Ja Morant. Like, especially him with Jaren Jackson now.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that's a nice duo to look forward to.
That and Brandon Clark, they have some good young players.
Yeah, Brandon Clark. When I thought my Thunder were gonna get Brandon Clark, but I think that team. I would say put him on the same level as De'Aaron Fox for sure.
I would, that's what I thought. You might consider putting him in All-Star. I think.
No, I don't think he's an All-Star yet.
Yeah.
But like in the future.
Yeah. No, what I was saying is like, so players we think are closer to the All-Star tier.
I think that's a solid. I agree. And in the average, move DeJounte Murray to the last. I think.
Yeah, I think this would be good. And then here, that's good.
Yeah.
There we go. I would say so. No?
I think Ben Simmons is probably at this point.
I can get
at this point of Chris Paul's career. I think Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Jamal Murray, the man who took
Mr. Bubble, Devin Booker and him, Mr. Bubbles, like. Wow, I was not even close to expecting that. I don't know how many people were gonna expect what he just did, and maybe it's a situational thing. Maybe it's no fans in the arena, or isolated from everyone. Maybe he had more practice over that resting time than anyone. But there's only one way to find out. In this next season, hopefully it's more open and regular. And if he keeps playing like he did there, he could be borderline superstar. He could be a superstar.
As of now, he's behind these guys, but he's definitely an all-star.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people keep forgetting he's so young. It was only his fourth year. It was only his fourth year in the NBA. So the fact that he was doing that in just 4 years, like dominating the Clippers, like that doesn't happen. And that historic run from games 4, 5, and 6 against the Jazz. Oh my god.
The back-to-back 3-1 comebacks.
Yeah.
Just some of those against teams with Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley, and Paul George as well.
And the Jazz, they have great perimeter stoppers in Mike Conley. Yeah, it was insane performance. John Wall.
See, we haven't seen him in a while. We haven't seen him in a while.
In his prime, I would put him as a superstar.
In his prime, for sure. Yeah. But we got to see how the injuries affected him. It's been a long road to recovery. I think he'll be an all-star level player.
I think we might need to move him down to above average for now. I really don't.
For now, because there's nothing, there's no evidence, right? With Jamal Murray, we've had like a couple of weeks ago, he was just dominating the league. The last time we played him, watched John Wall play was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and his game was very dependent on his athleticism.
On his athleticism, right?
Yeah, so that might take a hit. I think he's the best above average player.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't think he's all-star anymore.
Yeah. Kemba Walker was someone I would have put like much higher before the playoffs.
Yeah,
I was
before the regular season as well. Like with the way he played. But I think he personally not intentionally he took a step back, letting Tatum.
Especially on the Hornets, he obviously had a completely different role, right? Exactly. And his college, that step back shot is still legendary. So I
put him as an all-star.
Yeah, but I put him on the lowest one. Lowest one.
Not above Jamal. I mean, because Jamal,
I don't think. Yeah, but still.
Okay.
I think with the evidence, like the most recent evidence, and the trends that we're seeing, I'd say Jamal Murray right now is over Kemba Walker, which I wouldn't even believe myself saying a year ago.
All right. What about Kendrick Nunn? I mean, he was a Rookie of the Year finalist. Mm-hmm. He can really score the ball from the point guard position. He really stepped it up while he didn't play in the bubble as much, like Spoelstra cut him out of the rotation. I think it was a decision Spoelstra took on behalf of the team. It wasn't based off his individual ability.
Definitely.
I think he would definitely I think he's the second best average player.
I say he's the best average player.
Best average?
Yeah.
I would actually I can agree with that.
This is his first year in the league, and you had players such as Zion and Ja in like the Rookie of the Year race, and he was right there, which no one saw coming, right? And if he develops behind like Goran Dragic, he gets the mentality of a Jimmy Butler in that young team with Tyler Hero there. Ooh, that team could be good for years to come.
That backcourt of Hero and Nunn is in the future. Yeah. If they can both
especially if they learn from Dragic and Butler.
And just up their defense. Them two and Bam. That's a good core to look for.
That's a good core.
Yeah.
There's some good young teams out there in the future.
Kyle Lowry. This is a player some people really dislike. I personally think he's one of the best point guards in the NBA.
I mean, I'm not. He does what he does, right? He's like he does everything well, but he doesn't do anything like really well.
I mean, I would say his intangibles, like his leadership, his mentality, is something he does really well. But also his IQ of the game. But I think he's one of the best defensive.
His defensive point guard is probably the best elite.
And he's a really good 3-point shooter. People forget about that.
Yeah, but he's a good shooter for sure. And over the past few years, he's definitely shut out the haters who said he chokes in the playoffs.
Exactly. Kawhi wouldn't have gotten that ring in Toronto
for sure. Yeah. But I think putting him right above Kemba is a good place. Right above where I would put him.
I was thinking, I would not here.
I mean, I'm fine with him there as well.
I think this is
okay
because we have a longer piece of
evidence for Kyle Lowry than Jamal.
Yeah, exactly. Kyrie.
Now this man. I mean, a couple of years ago, he was one of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah. Now
I mean, he's had things to figure out both physically and mentally, right? He's gone through some changes, injuries. Yeah. His outlook on life is much more philosophical, and he tries to be quite deep. I mean, this new Nets team is a whole topic to discuss about, right?
Yeah.
And
sure.
if they gel together well, there's not many limits. But if there's a high chance that these two guys, who they've both come to prove that they can lead a team, and they both come to be the number one guy, but they can't both be the number one guy. Yeah. The Warriors were Steph's team. The Celtics just didn't work for Kyrie, and then Cavs was LeBron's team.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I cannot justify putting him below John Wall for sure.
Oh no, he's definitely. I was gonna say either best All-Star or second best All-Star.
Oh, okay. I mean, in terms of pure ability, yes, but in terms of,
I think we're judging. If we're judging based,
we're judging pure. Okay.
I think I could put him at superstar for judging. I mean,
yeah, for pure ability and potential, like what he could do, he's definitely right behind Damian Lillard on this list. But I think playing with Kevin Durant, his numbers might take a dip. So no, but yeah, definitely, sorry.
I think you can put him at best All-Star if we're considering other factors.
Definitely. I don't think you can put Ben Simmons over him. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Lonzo.
I mean, I really respect his game. I felt bad for him. He had too much expectations coming into the league.
Definitely.
But he really is a great defensive point guard, one of the best playmakers. Like him and Zion, if they stay together in New Orleans, is going to be amazing to watch in the future.
That's another one of the young cores I was thinking about. Like,
for sure.
Pelicans, the Grizzlies, the Hawks.
Thank you.
But, I have to say.
Lonzo, I would put him I think I would put him as the best or second best average player, because dude, he can't really shoot or score the ball as well as other players, and I mean, he has everything else, but as a point guard, you really need to score the ball as well. And
I think put him right behind Kendrick Nunn.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Luka, all right.
Superstar. Yeah, that's the best. He's better than Damian Lillard.
I think he's the best. After LeBron, he's the second best point guard. Well, okay. We also have to.
Nope. There's Stephen Curry on that list right there.
I completely forgot.
I would say he'd be. Yeah, I think a lot of people have forgotten about Curry, but we'll talk about that in like seven players.
Luka, man, he's just
Luka
outrageously good.
It's like the grace he plays this game with.
Indescribable. He's really indescribable. He does.
I mean, having the two perfect succeeders to Dirk on Dirk's team, is just amazing. Having him and Porzingis on a team, wow.
And they have a really solid roster around them, like guys like Hardaway Jr., Seth Curry, Jalen Brunson, who went to my high school. He's going to be really good for them in the future. And I really I think we'll talk about this later, but the reason Luka's been in the spotlight so much is because he does have a better team, which we'll talk about when Trae Young comes.
Okay, sure. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Luka Doncic.
But Luka Doncic, I don't think anyone can disagree with that. No. I think maybe some people really love Damian Lillard, and they might put Damian Lillard above. But I think we both can agree that Luka Doncic is better.
I agree. Yeah. Malcolm Brogdon, I mean, he really stepped it up for the Pacers this year. Oladipo out, he was the number one option, and he proved himself as the number one option, which also is a reason why he should have stayed in Milwaukee. He's an amazing shooter. He's very efficient, and he's a great defender and playmaker. I mean, he's a perfect point guard in my opinion.
I thought he was like amazing with Giannis and Middleton. I had no idea why they chose an old old Bledsoe over him. We'll definitely. I think he's the best average one there.
I could put him up here in my opinion.
Oh, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah.
He's above average. He's definitely above average. Yeah. But he's definitely last in that above average.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Markelle Fultz. This is another thing. I mean,
this one's I thought I had high expectations for him before. They messed up his jump shot.
I think again, this is a guy like De'Aaron Fox who just got cursed with being drafted to the wrong organization. If he ended up going to Boston, would have if they didn't trade down. Or I think they traded down. And to get Tatum. I really think Fultz would have been an amazing player in any other franchise, but Philadelphia really messed him up. And I mean, he's playing well for the Magic now off the bench, like as a decent. He's really athletic. He still is. So he can really get past guys. He's a solid playmaker, decent defender. But I would put him in the below average category.
Yes. I would sadly put him in below average.
I mean, you never know.
I think maybe below Avery Bradley.
I think no.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, yeah. Actually, I mean, he doesn't have a.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a jump shot. He can play make, but I think that's where it ends. He's average on defense, but Avery Bradley is probably better on defense.
His highest potential is being an above average player, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. I think he can get there with the Magic. So
he really can. Mike Conley. I mean, for the Grizzlies, he was borderline all-star, but he had a rough start to the year with the Jazz, but he progressively got better and was good in the bubble. And we know what he can do.
Yeah.
I would either put him as the best average player or above average. I mean, given the way he played this year, I don't think he played as well as Malcolm Brogdon or those guys.
I think the worst above average plays, because I definitely think there's a jump between Kendrick Nunn and Mike Conley. And I think he's definitely closer to Malcolm Brogdon than he is to Kendrick Nunn and Lonzo.
True. Patrick Beverley. I mean,
everyone's favorite player, right?
His game is based on the intangibles.
His game's based on just his persona, his aggressive persona.
I mean, he's a good defender. We can't take that away from him.
He's a good defender. He's
all NBA defender.
He's an all. I wouldn't say all NBA first team defender, but an all NBA defender.
He has been on the first team one.
Drew Holiday is probably the best defensive player.
True. I think they classify.
I don't see him here. I think Lonzo's here. Lonzo's here. Yeah.
I would put Pat Bev as a best of below average player or
best below average.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'd say worst average.
Worst average.
He's definitely significantly better than Avery Bradley.
True. I can get by that. True. Ricky Rubio. I mean, he was drafted over Steph Curry. We all know how that went.
I mean, he's not bad. He's not bad.
Yeah, I think
he's
an
a great playmaker.
He has a great playmaker.
Yeah, I think he's a definition of average.
Yeah, he really is. I would put him like here.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess who's next?
Big boy. Right?
Let's be honest.
Right. You're not gonna put him in above average, are you?
No,
he's not in above average.
I was gonna put him like worst all-star.
Worst, lower than Kemba Walker.
Yes.
No. I'll take below Jamal Murray. I don't think he's worse than Kemba Walker. Not yet.
Okay. But
Russell Westbrook is still
the greatest for him.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was a Thunder player at heart, so he had to, try to help us out a little bit.
Okay.
But of course, I mean, it's Russell Westbrook, okay?
Yeah.
The most overhated player of all time.
Okay.
I can make a whole video about that. But he's the best rebounding point guard in the league. Which I guess is quite an irrelevant title to have, but he is the best rebounding guard.
What about LeBron James?
Well, yeah, okay. Best rebounding point guard.
Okay, I get what you mean. But
yeah.
I mean, Westbrook, I really feel it was bad for his career to be in Houston. Like,
I agree.
It's not a good system for him.
Yeah.
All right, Steph Curry, best point guard.
Steph Curry, best point guard. Second best behind LeBron. Yeah.
Yeah, true point guard who like a player whose defined position is point guard. Steph Curry. I mean, this man is.
Many people have forgotten about him, right? They've taken out the Warriors from the list. Like they were so bad this year. Forgot Clay and Steph Curry, 2-time MVP, unanimous MVP, greatest shooter of all time, one of the best offensive players of all time, amazing ball handler, amazing playmaker,
great leader.
He's great leader, solid, like completely defining the Warriors. When you think the Warriors, you think of Steph Curry. Everyone knows that, so that enhances his leadership ability because everyone knows it's his team, right?
Exactly.
And I think in a couple of years he might step down to a role because he won't have his speed, he won't have his quickness, but he'll step down to a role similar to his brothers, but like better.
Yeah, for sure.
But for now, for sure, I think he's still the best true point guard in the league.
Definitely.
And LeBron James.
Yeah. Terry Rozier.
Terry Rozier.
No other option to start. Even though he had that one good playoff run and he averaged stats, it's because decent stats. He wasn't efficient. It was only bloated because he was on the Hornets.
I think.
And I would.
He's the. I think he's the best no option to start.
Yeah.
Though. He's not as bad as those two.
Yeah. I think that's good. But yeah, Terry Rozier. Besides that one playoff run, he's been. Like, I don't know how he got $80 million. That's a highway robbery.
I know, right? It's like you must have like had some deal with Michael Jordan or something.
That tells you how messed up that Hornets franchise is, but it's okay. Thomas Satoransky. I mean, the Bulls. That was a good signing for the Bulls, but I don't know.
Why isn't Kobe White here?
Yeah, I would have. If Kobe White was here, I would put him like here or here. But
I think I would put him. Behind Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would put him right behind Derrick Rose.
I can see that.
Just in pure offensive ability, he doesn't match to practically any of these guys in defense, but he's a scorer, right? Him and Zach LaVine, they need defense for sure. Yeah. But so Satoransky,
I would put him as.
I mean, they do have an option to start. They have Kobe White. So below average, worse below average?
No, he's better than Fultz. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's a decent shooter. He's a great playmaker. He is height. Yeah. So.
And next up, we have an obvious one. No other option to start. They have no one else to start.
Okay.
Trae Young.
I want to put him up here, but I know you won't. But...
No. Hold on.
No.
Oh, yes. He has gravitated to the spot. Yes.
I'm a Trae Young. People keep hating on this guy because he can't play defense, but it's okay. Like it's okay, even though he's the worst, like literally one of the worst. He's the worst defender in the NBA, averaging 29 points and 9 assists. He doesn't have a good team around him. Just wait next year. I'm telling you, the Hawks are. That's a whole other video. I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be doing that video, proving why the Hawks are gonna be a playoff.
Okay, look out for that soon.
Yeah,
it's Raghav just ranting.
It's just me venting about the hate the Hawks get, but I would say Trae Young is here.
No.
Yes.
I have to disagree with that. I cannot justify you putting him. I can see you putting him right under Kyle Lowry. Put him right under Kyle Lowry. Now, you can put him.
Second year in the league, he was fourth in scoring.
Yes. Eventually he'll be up there. Eventually he'll be right behind Luka.
Eventually he'll be here.
Yeah, eventually he'll be right behind Luka. Okay, yeah. But right now, okay.
That is accurate, right?
Because every other player, maybe other than Kyrie Irving, on that row could climb him. Not clamp him, but they would outscore him if they played one-on-one, because he could stop any of the other ones, and the other ones can play a decent defense on him. Right?
But just wait for him to be here or here pretty soon.
No, he'll be there soon. Don't worry. Yeah. I know you have high hopes. I think he's gonna live up to them because he's very entertaining to watch. He's very entertaining to watch. Yeah. He's great, but of course, when we're making a tier list for right now. Okay, we have to take in evidence right now. We have to take in ability right now. I would personally put him under Jamal Murray.
No. Jamal Murray. It was just the bubble. Okay. We're ending this video here.
No. I'll keep him there. We'll keep him there.
I think this is a good list we made.
I think this is a good list. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I think it'd be if someone 3 years or 4 years ago was looking at this list, seeing where Russell Westbrook, where John Wall, where Mike Conley are, they'd be quite surprised.
Derrick Rose.
But Derrick Rose, of course. But yeah. But I think for right now, this is a solid list.
Definitely.
And if you have any other options, any other opinions, you can leave them in the comments. Or if you have any ideas for other tier lists other than positions that we can do, you can leave those in the comments as well.
Sure. So, yeah, thank you for being here, Suyash.
Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I enjoyed it too.
All right, bye.